Hi, today I'm looking at the modes again, the diatonic modes, and I thought today I would just go through the patterns. This is kind of a non-theoretical lesson on modes really. So I'm just going to look at the patterns for the diatonic modes and look at how they appear in relation to a normal major scale or normal minor scale, the natural minor. Because most people learning these modes will already know the major scale and the natural minor scale. So I'm hoping that you do know those. And because it's non-theoretical, because we're just purely looking at patterns and what they look like. We're not thinking about note names or the numbers, the intervals or anything like that. We're just talking about the pattern and how it looks. And it's an easier way to learn them, I think, than trying to work out, you do a major third, then a major third, then a minor third, and all that kind of thing. We just want to look at the pattern and learn them. Okay, so there's 7 different modes. Just to quickly recap on the major and the natural minor, I will just play them up. I'm going to be in the key of A for all of these. So I'll play an A major scale. Now there's other patterns for that, but that's the one we're concerned with today. And then natural minor, A natural minor. So hopefully you know those. If you don't, then pause this for a second and quickly learn those. Right, so the first of the diatonic modes is the Aeolian. And the Aeolian is just the major scale. So if I play A Aeolian, it's this. So that was just the major scale again, but the modal name is Aeolian. So that's an easy one because you don't have to change anything. You're just playing a pattern you already know. The next one is Dorian. I'm going to be in the key of A, or starting on an A note for all of these. So they'll sound really weird next to each other how I'm doing this. But I just want to keep in this one position just to make it easier for learning. So the second one is A Dorian. Remember, this isn't theoretical. A Dorian is nothing to do with A Aeolian. So it's just a pattern. So compared to natural minor, we take the 6th note and raise it up a semitone, which is 1 fret. So instead of natural minor, which is this, you get this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then carry on. There's my 6 again. So what I just did was. Now another way you can play the raised 6th, the first one which was there, you can do it there. And I prefer that, so it ends up being this. And that's quite nice because it means the 3rd and 4th strings are now the same. Or you can play them like this. So I'll just play that once more. So this is A Dorian. So it's a natural minor scale, but you raise the 6. Okay, the next one's Phrygian. So still in A. So the Phrygian is it's another minor mode. So the Phrygian is like a natural minor scale, but you flatten the 2nd. So here's the natural minor. Here's the Phrygian. So you can see what I did there. Instead of this note, I played that one. These patterns are all 2 octaves, which means everything I'm saying to do, we're doing it twice. So when I say flatten the 2nd, we're flattening the 2nd there. But then we get to here, we're flattening it there as well. That's where we normally play it. Now we're playing it here. So I'll just play the Phrygian once more. The 4th one is called Lydian. So A Lydian is more of a major type scale rather than minor. So compared to the standard major scale, The only difference is we have to raise the fourth, so we sharpen the fourth. So here's major scale. Now I'll sharpen the fourth note. Hopefully you can see from that where the fourths were, they've been sharpened. The fourth normally is this or that. It's been sharpened to this and this. So that was Lydian. Then we've got Mixolydian. Mixolydian is number 5. It's a mode that you'll probably use a lot. It's used a lot in kind of bluesy sounding things. So the Mixolydian is another major one, and the difference between the Mixolydian and the major scale is that you flatten the 7th. So you get to the 7th note and it goes down a semitone. So the major scale normally has this note in as the 7th, so we're going to use that one instead. And in the higher octave we'd normally use that, so we're going to use this instead, which is just... So I'll play the major quickly once more and then I'll play the Mixolydian afterwards. So I had to move and change position at that point on the 2nd string just to get these notes. So I'll do it again slowly. So that, like a lot of the modes, that's actually probably nicer to play with than the normal major scale. So that was Mixolydian. Number 6 is Aeolian. Now, the Aeolian is just the natural minor scale. It's exactly the same. There's nothing changed. So it's obviously a minor mode, nothing different. So it's just this. So whereas the Ionian, mode number 1, was just a major scale, and it's just the modal name is Ionian. Well, with this one, number 6, it's just a natural minor scale, but we're calling it Aeolian because we're talking modes. Right, and the last one, number 7. This is the one that you probably use the least, but it's worth learning it anyway, just in case. It doesn't really have many uses, I don't think, but occasionally it is good. So it's called Locrian. And the simplest way to think of this one is if I'm playing an A Locrian, I need to play a B flat major scale, which is just a fret higher than A, or A sharp major scale. So instead of do it there, but put an A at the beginning of it, and at the end finish on an A, because scales should always end on the root note. So if this is an A scale we're playing, A Locrian, we need to end on an A. So I'm just thinking to myself, B flat or A sharp major scale, but I'm starting on an A. So I'll do that slowly and hopefully it will make sense. So that was B flat major scale starting on an A, which is actually just an A Locrian. I'll do it once more. I'll play the A major scale and then I'll play the A Locrian afterwards. So it's a strange scale, that one. So that's all of them. So they're the 7 diatonic modes, and I find it's not the only way to learn them, and it's certainly not a theoretical way. If you to understand the theory, look at some of my other videos, and I'm going to do some new ones as well on modes. But it's a practical way of learning them. If you already know the major scale and the natural minor scale well, then it's an easy way to learn them. It's just to alter a pattern that you already know well. As long as you don't relate these theoretically, there's purely just patterns and trying to learn the pattern. Then you can look at the theory and learn how to use it, and learn where it's come from, etc. Okay, hopefully it makes sense. Any questions, please put them in the comments. Please click like if you like this one, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks.